Opposite to what most people believe, the easiest and most effective way to handle objections is before the call, not during it. But still, everyone obsesses over sleazy sales tactics instead of implementing a pre-call system that eliminates all your objections and the need to hard sell. I've studied over 100 of the most successful client acquisition systems, and they all make sure that their prospects show up to calls ready to throw cash at them because they already trust them and their method. So in this video, I'll show you a pre-call system that eliminates the I need to think about it and every other objection, so your sales calls become easier than ever. So the reason why you're getting all these I need to think about this or the maybes and all the other objections or sales calls is because the prospect hasn't gotten the chance to do their research about you before the call. I mean, they have no idea what your methodology is, what your service is. They have no idea what your business is or who you even are. They are just jumping into the unknown for the sales call. I mean, so when they come to the call, I mean, they don't trust you, they don't know you. So it's pretty obvious why they have all these questions and objections, because everyone needs to think before doing a very expensive decision. You know, your offer is maybe like 2K to 10K, so obviously they need to think before making this big of a decision. So, and you can't expect them to make the decision in 30 minutes. I mean, only people with an IQ of, under 80 will make this big of a decision in 30 minutes if they didn't have any context or knowledge before the call. So if we now actually think, how much knowledge does a prospect or have before coming to a sales call? Well, you're probably posting some organic content to your sales page, or you're running some ads, and your organic content may be like 30 seconds long if it's short form, or 30 minutes if it's like a long form YouTube video, and your ads are also like 30 seconds. So, so everyone who comes from your short form organic or from your ads, I mean, they haven't even spent a minute with you so far. And those who come from your long form YouTube, I mean, they have spent 30 minutes with you, but 30 minutes is like nothing yet. So far, they have just seen you for the first time. They have, it's their first introduction to who you are. And then when they come to your sales page, they will watch your, VSL video, which is like 10 minutes long. But in your VSL video, you don't educate them on your methodology or your service or, your offering. The only thing that you do in a VSL is you try to get them to book a call. That's the only objective. And obviously, then they come to a calendar, they book a call, and then after that, they will just receive some generic automated reminders. So they actually haven't got any like real information, or they haven't even got the opportunity to do their research about you before the calls. And this is even more obvious if you're in B2B and you send cold emails, if you do cold outreach. Because when you send cold emails to people, but obviously they are cold, that's the entire point of it. They don't know who you are yet. So when they read your email, the first email, it's not very long most often. It's like, it takes like 30 seconds to read. So they have no context to who you are, what your business does. So by default, they already have a lot of objections and questions when they have read your first email. And then you probably go back and forth. If they respond to you, you respond back, and you send them your calendar link where they then can book a call. But I mean, they haven't got any information about you. So when they come to the sales call, you're still a full stranger to them. They have just read a few emails from you where you just tell them your offer. The only thing they know is that you told them that you can get them, let's say, 100 leads in 30 days. That's the only thing they know, but they have no idea how you're gonna do it, what results you have got to other people before. They have no clue. So it's pretty obvious why every single prospect that you get on sales calls have a lot of questions and objections, because, I mean, they haven't got any information yet. They have no idea what it is that you do. So obviously they will have a question on sales calls, because you don't buy something for someone, if you don't even know what they're going to do. So how we actually fix this is we give people the opportunity to do their research, to get information before the sales call. It's very simple, and I don't know why people don't do this. So this right here is how you want to structure all of this. So again, first you have your calendar page, and it doesn't matter what you have before your calendar page, but the important part now is what comes after it. So after your calendar page, you need to have a thank you page, and I believe that your thank you page is the most important page out of all your pages that you have. And I made a separate video going in depth about this thank you page. So if you're interested, I will leave that video in the description below. But for this video's sake, we will look at step 2 of the thank you page. And the objective of step 2 is all about increasing your close rate on sales calls. So the purpose of this video is to get every single prospect to watch this before a call. We want to force every single one to watch this video. And in this video, we want to educate our prospects on our methodology, on our service, on what we do, on who we are before the call, so that we don't have to do it then. So that when the prospect comes to the call, they already have a lot of context. They already know what to expect from the call. So in this video, you want to repeat, include everything that you repeat on sales calls, because well, this is more like a convenience thing for you, so that you don't always have to repeat yourself, and it becomes very annoying to always have to repeat yourself to every single prospect on sales calls. And this way you can make sure that every single prospect receives the information the same way, and that every single prospect actually receives all the necessary information. And this video also pre-sales prospects and makes them 90% sold before even coming on a sales call. So this also makes your sales call much more easier, because you can do most of the selling before the call. And what most of you probably don't even know is that the most powerful selling always happens before the call, not during the call. So here before, what you were doing is you did no selling, or via selling you do a little bit of selling, but you did almost no selling before the call, and you only rely on your sales call skills. Or if you have closers, you fully rely on your closers, on their skill of closing clients. And that's a pretty hard task. So why wouldn't you want to make your life easier and just do 90% of the selling before a sales call? That makes your sales call much easier, and it reduces the risk, because so let's say you don't make the prospect 90% sold before a sales call, but you probably make them 20% sold or 30% sold. So it always makes your sales call much more easier, and that means that you can also hire worse salespeople, or you can maybe even take sales calls yourself if you are not that good at sales, because the calls will be so easy, and it will be so easy to close clients. And then this video also makes the prospect desire your offer and methodology before the call. It makes them excited to show up, and it also sets the frame for the call, because naturally every single person is scared of being sold to. And if you don't manage that fear before the call, then the prospect will come on the back foot. They will be defensive, and when they are defensive, they will be questioning everything that you say, and they will be having a lot more objections, and they just won't trust you as much. But if you set the correct frame before the call, if you tell the prospect that you will only make an offer if you truly believe that you can help them, if you promise them that you will leave them better than when you found them, then they will be more open, and they will actually trust you more. And then what the most important thing, I believe, of the thank you page video is that it should handle all your most common objections and limiting beliefs before they ever come up on the call. So just think about this. Right now, you may get a lot of different objections on sales calls, and a lot of questions, how does your methodology actually work? How do you actually make me more money? Or things like that. But now you can handle all those questions, all those objections before the sales call. So when they come to the call, they're just ready to throw cash at you. They already want to work with you. And then after the thank you page, we have all your pre-call reminders, all your SMS and your emails. So what most of you are probably doing right now is you have these generic automated reminders that everyone else has, and you don't stand out in any way. And you want to have a clear strategy with your reminders, because how you structure your reminders has a huge impact on how easy your sales calls are going to be. So the first email that you want to send is, of course, the booking confirmation, and it should obviously thank them for booking a call. It should include the Zoom link. It should have a calendar invitation, so that they can actually put the call to their calendars, so they remember to actually show up. And then it also reminds the prospect to go back and watch the thank you page video if they didn't do it already. And then in your booking confirmation SMS, you want to again thank them for booking a call. You should also have the Zoom link and then you should ask them to reply yes to confirm their booking. And I won't go into detail why you want to do that. I covered that in a thank you page video, but just very quickly, it will increase the show up rate by a lot if you do that. Then the next emails should handle one objection every single day before the sales call, and they should also include case studies, include client results, and you should also guide them to YouTube to learn more before the call. So you should have YouTube videos that handle your most common objections, and the reason for that is that the email takes like again 30 seconds to read, so it's not that convincing and it doesn't like build that much trust. But if they then go to your YouTube channel and watch, let's say, a 20-minute video, then you can actually handle that objection very, very well before the sales call. Then the next text message reminder should be a personalized video from you, the founder, and it should be sent 24 hours before the call. It should again remind the prospect to go back and watch the thank you page video, because the video is the most important part of this entire system. And obviously, you want to record a video of yourself, and it needs to be unique for every single prospect. And the reason why you actually want to record a video rather than just a generic text message is because it builds so much more trust, and it shows that you actually care about the prospect, that you actually put in effort. And then you want to obviously say their name so that they know it's personal for them, because if you don't say their name, they will just think that you recorded a video once and now you send it to every single prospect. But you actually want them to know that you've recorded a video specifically for them. It will make them feel much more valued, and they will know that you put in a lot of effort for this, so they will actually want to show up. And then you want to edify your salesperson, and you want to tell the prospect how good, kind, and caring he is, because by now you will have built a lot of trust, but all that trust is for you and for your business. But they don't trust your salesperson yet, so you want to now transfer all the trust you have built to the salesperson. And after that, the salesperson will also send a personalized video reminder, and this is sent on the morning of the call. And again, it's a video and it's unique for every prospect, and you need to again say their name. And here you want your salesperson to introduce themselves, and you want to show the prospect something that you have set up for the call. So let's say you have created a slideshow. You want to actually show in the video the slideshow you have created, so the prospect can see how much effort you have put in. And it should make the prospect excited to show up, and it should remind the prospect to go again watch the thank you page video. And then 1 hour before the call, you want to have your last reminder to actually show up to the call. And if you now do all of this, then prospect will be 90% pre-sold before even coming to the call. There will be no maybes. They will always have a yes or no. And prospects never need to think about it, because we let them do it before the call. We handle everything they would need to think about before they ever jumped on the sales call. So here before, prospects get no information about your methodology, about anything before the call. They just jump into the unknown, and you have to do all the selling. You have to give all the information on the sales call, and you expect the prospect to make a decision in like 1 hour, and that's just not realistic. But right now we have a 10-minute video right here going over our methodology, going over client results, handling objections. Then we have emails that handle one objection every single day. We guide them to YouTube so that they spend even more time with us. We show them client results so they trust us even more. So this is a huge difference, because now the prospect actually knows what it is that you do. They actually have seen the results you have got for other people. So now they can actually think before the call, and they actually know they know what to expect from you, and they are more open. They are not so scared, because before you were just a complete stranger. They went through unknown, so obviously they are more on the defensive. But now they actually can trust you, so they are more open, and they're just ready to throw cash at you. But if you have any more questions about this pre-call system, I will leave my Instagram in the description below, so just feel free to shoot me a DM, and I will be more than happy to help you out. See you in the next one.